Hi guys, this is the first lecture of block learning. Today we're going to learn about motion and looks blocks. This is the index of the lecture. At first, we'll learn about motion block and next about looks block. Finally, let's do exercise together. Let's learn motion blocks first. Motion blocks are blue color. With motion block, we can control the behavior of sprite. Motions can be set for each sprite. In the last lecture, we learned what sprite is. Sprite is a specific object used for Scratch that can perform programmed operations. We can set the position and direction element for each sprite in here. Position element is constructed with x and y. We can set the x and y value, then sprite will be positioned at x, y point. X is horizontal axis and y is vertical axis like in the picture on the left. And direction element is constructed with degree. Similarly, we can set degree value, then sprite would have that direction. The direction of degree is shown in the picture on the right. There are several ways to change position of sprite. We can control the position with these motion blocks. First, we can make the sprite move by using this move blank steps block. Next, our sprite can go or glide with using these blocks. And they can move by changing x or y value like this. Lastly, they can also bounce if they are on the edge using this block. And there is three ways to change direction by using these blocks. The sprites can turn and point to specified degrees or rotate. Look at the menu of the left side. Then we can find the rounded blocks. If you click the checkboxes, those features are displayed on the stage like this. Next, let's learn looks blocks that is purple. With looks blocks, we can control the look of sprite and backdrop. Looks can be set for each sprite, just like motions blocks. We can change the looks of sprite and stage by clicking them. We learned about backdrop and adding or deleting sprites. These looks blocks change looks, such as color or size of sprites. One sprite has two more costumes, like the picture here. So we can change its costume by using switch costume to block or next costume block. Also, we can change the layer of sprite by using these toe blocks. Layer is front to back position between sprites. Next, these blocks change the looks of backdrop. Similar to motion blocks, looks information can be shown on the stage by checking these blocks. From now on, let me explain these practice problems. I recommend you to solve them yourselves. After you solve the problems, check the answer part of this lecture. First exercise is to create a program to move 20 times with changing costumes by pressing space key. If you press the space key, the rabbit sprite moves 20 steps and changes to another costume. We learn the motions block to change the costume. In more detail, sprite position and backdrops are set after we click the start button. So before start, stage looks like the picture on the left. We'll use blue sky backdrop and hair sprite. The picture on the right is hint. We can set the value of elements under the backdrop. Make change backdrop and set position of sprite like this. Second exercise is similar to first one, but direction element is added. Let's create a program that moves 20 times with changing costumes while looking at the direction you want to move by pressing the arrow keys. Let me explain by the pictures. When you press the right arrow keys, the sprite heads to right and moves to right 20 times. Also, the cat changes its costume. When you press the up arrow key, the cat heads to up direction with changing costume. We learned how to change direction. In more detail, backdrop changes when start button clicked. We use a slope backdrop and cat flying sprite. I'll explain today's problems. For the first exercise, we need hair sprite, so find and add it. When you click start button, backdrop and position is set, so we'll use go to X blank and Y blank block in motion here. And switch backdrop to blank block in looks category. We need blue sky backdrop, so change here. As we want, position of sprite and backdrop is changed when we click the start button. Next, we want to make sprite move 20 steps, so drag move steps. Also, we need to change costumes, so we will use next costume block. This will happen when we press the space key, so drag and drop when space key pressed button like this. And combine these three blocks. We can see the sprite move, changing the costume. Next, like first exercise, we'll switch backdrop and you click the start button. First, let's add slope backdrop and the cat flying sprite. Then drag and drop the blocks like this. We use slope backdrop, so change here. Let's do up arrow first. Drag and drop the when key pressed block in the event menu and set up arrow like this. The sprite should head up direction when up arrow key is pressed. So set the direction of sprite using pointing direction block. Make sprite move to up direction by using changing Y by block. Y is vertical axis, so setting value 20 makes go up 20 steps. Don't forget to change the costume by using this block. Other arrow keys are the same, but remember that we must set proper degree and XY values. For example, minus 90 degree means left direction. Let me show you how to do for the other position in shorts. We can see the sprite move and change position with changing the costume. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, feel free to ask.